Are we ready? Are we ready for finance? Are we ready? I'm going to call to order the Finance and Purchasing Committee meeting for Monday, June 17th, 2024. The time is now 5:15. Roll call, please.
Alderman Guzman. Alderman Florian.
Present.
Alderman Hayes.
Present.
Alderman Bolton. Alderman Newsom.
Present. Do we have a? We have three here. Huh? The other two are here. Okay. We have a quorum right now. Approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from June 17th, 2024?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Hayes. Are there any questions to the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item D, public comment. Is there anyone that wants to speak on the, anything that's on the Finance and Purchasing Committee meeting for tonight? Hearing none. We're going to go to item 2, new business. Can I get a motion to seat Alderman Guzman and Alderman Bolton, please?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Hayes. Alderman Bolton. Item A, resolution to authorize the mayor to award the demolition of 1318 Audrey Nixon Boulevard to Rezar Demolition LLC for a not to exceed amount of $31,000. Can I get a motion on the floor?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Florian. Second by Alderman Guzman. Are there any questions to, let me read a little bit about this. The Building and Code Department is seeking approval for the award of the demolition of 1318 Audrey Nixon Boulevard RFP to the lowest qualified bidder, Rezar Demolition. Demolition LLC for a not to exceed amount of $31,000. The opening bid was June 3rd, 2024, with 5 bids being received. Are there any questions to this motion?
Is that the first or second ward?
I think it's the second ward.
It's on 14th Street.
Yeah.
Is this in your ward, Alderman Guzman?
I want to say so. I just want to make sure.
Noel is nodding yes that it is.
The second ward? Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Guzman.
Aye.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye. Motion carried. Item B, a resolution to authorize the mayor to award the emergency demolition of 110 Washington Park RFP to KS Builders Corporation for a not to exceed amount of $36,050, pending confirmation of a court order and authorization from Corporation Counsel. Have we gotten that, or do you know if we've gotten that yet?
No, we have not. There was a previous case that we had to clear out. There were some interesting filings, so we are filing that. We're refiling that case right now.
So we can proceed with this, and if it's passed, then you can just go ahead and do it when
Yes.
it's, okay. All right.
Moved.
Motion by Alderman Florian,
Second.
second by Alderman Guzman. The Building and Code Department is seeking approval for the award of an emergency demolition of 110 Washington Park RFP to the lowest qualified bidder, KS Builders Corporation, for a not-to-exceed amount of $36,050. The bid opening was June 3rd, 2024, with 5 bids being received, pending confirmation of a court order and authorization from Corporation Counsel. Are there any questions to this motion?
Yes. Is this the second ward also? Or the fourth?
Washington Park.
Yes, I think it's the second ward also, correct?
I'm not sure.
Is yes, I think so, because it passes, well, it's right there on the border before Melrose, I want to say. So I'm not sure if it's before or after.
Does that determine whether you're going to vote for it or not?
No, I just wanted to make sure that if it's in my ward, I want to.
Are there any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Guzman.
Aye.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item C, an ordinance declaring various surplus fire department radios surplus and authorizing their disposal. Staff recommends that the City Council adopt an ordinance declaring various surplus fire department radios surplus and authorizing their disposal. The Waukegan Fire Department is seeking authority to sell surplus radios. The portable radios are used for training and are no longer necessary or useful to the city and are no longer in the best interest of the city to retain. Once an offer is received by a vendor, the funds will be deposited to Revenue Fund 100-48050. Can I get a motion?
So move.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Bolton, second by Alderman Hayes. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Guzman.
Aye.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item D, a resolution waiving competitive bidding requirements and approving the purchase of a 2024 Kia Sorento from Classic Kia in Waukegan. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I
Motion by
second.
Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Bolton. The Waukegan Police Department is seeking the approval for the purchase of a 2024 Kia Sorento for the police department. This vehicle will be used by the Waukegan Police Department's Community Crimes Division DEA Task Force officer. This vehicle is unmarked and will be used for mostly covert purposes by the officer assigned to the task force. The current vehicle he is driving has high mileage and has been in use for several years. The vehicles get used every day and do extensive surveillance. We wish to purchase this vehicle directly from Classic Kia and skip the bid process as availability and immediate need. The purchase will be made through Classic Kia, which is a current City of Waukegan vendor for vehicle purchases. Classic Kia is also a local business located on Green Bay Road in Waukegan. The price of the vehicle is $42,644.03. This vehicle is available now and for us and will be put into service right away upon approval. Classic Kia has agreed to hold the vehicle for the police department pending City Council approval to purchase it. Are there any questions? Alderman Florian.
It's not really a question, it's more of a comment. I would suggest that we eventually start looking at trying to get hybrid vehicles. We spend a lot of money on gas every month. I look at those bills that come through, and I realize we probably won't ever be able to do that for fire engines and ambulances and stuff, or snowplows, but for the everyday vehicles, I mean, they don't need to be plugged in. They have both a battery and gas capabilities, and I just think in the long, they may cost a little more upfront, but I think in the end, they would save us a lot of money. Just a comment.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you. Alderman Guzman.
I agree with Alderman Florian. It should be basically all electric, I feel, either a Tesla or something like that. But I got a question for Chief tomorrow on this. So is this Kia Sorrento's going to be, is it going to hold up to the strains that the detectives or DA agents need, or is this too small of a vehicle?
It's not, it's a small, probably a mid-size SUV. Their warranty is probably longer than most other vehicles. They are local, and it's 100% of it's coming out of the federal forfeiture fund.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the money part. I'm just making sure that this is a sufficient vehicle for what they need.
We do believe it is. Don't have a long history with Kias. We have a Kia that was seized years ago, and we currently still have it in use for undercover operations.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure everything was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, they have a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the Kias, and I've got them, and they last.
I like yours.
No other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Guzman.
Aye.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item E, a resolution approving the sole source purchase of Motorola Communication APX Next Solution radio devices from Motorola Solution. Staff recommends City Council approve a resolution approving the sole source purchase of Motorola Communications APX Next Solution radio devices from Motorola Solution, Inc. Officers use the Motorola APX Next portable radios as the main form of communication for day-to-day operations with dispatch, other officers, and fire personnel. Currently, the Community Outreach Group Co-Responder Unit is relying on cell phones and extra spare radios for their communication. Motorola is the sole source provider for the police department radios and is purchasing the additional 7 radios from Motorola required to maintain interoperability within the department. This purchase would be fully funded by the grant received for the co-responder unit. Can I get a motion?
I so move.
Motion by
Second.
Alderman Guzman,
Second.
second by Alderman Hayes. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Guzman.
Aye.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Hayes.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item F, a resolution approving a professional service agreement with Edward J. Barron and appointing Mr. Barron as Special Administrative Hearing Officer for push tax enforcement hearings. Can I get a motion on the floor?
So moved.
I second.
First by Alderman Hayes, second by Alderman Bolton. Corporation Council recommends approval of a resolution approving a professional services agreement with Edward J. Barron and appointing Mr. Barron as Special Administrative Hearing Officer for push tax enforcement hearings. The city is currently conducting a series of enforcement hearings for operators of video gaming terminals who have not collected and remitted the city's push tax. Due to the high technical nature of the video gaming industry and the particularities of tax collection enforcement hearings, Corporation Council has recommended that the city appoint a special hearing officer just to preside over these hearings. Corporation Council recommends the retention of Edward J. Barron for this position and has prepared a professional services agreement for this purpose. Excuse me. Are there any questions?
I do.
Alderman Guzman?
Are they the only ones that applied for this, or it's just one?
We had to find an administrative hearing officer who had specific experience with, administrative hearing officers have to be attorneys, they have to have practiced for 3 years in this capacity, and who also have specific experience with tax hearings, which are rather technical. And so this is someone that we found through references and recommendations. We did not put this out to full RFP, but this is someone who can actually fulfill these very specific qualifications.
With gaming, not just taxes, gaming.
Yes, with
itself.
gaming as well, yes.
Okay. Okay, we can move forward.
Can I get a roll call, please?
Alderman Guzman,
Aye.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Hayes,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye, motion carried. Reports and communications. We have our water consumption, the monthly casino report, stabilization fund, video gaming, hotel motel. And we have our additional sheet that kind of breaks down a little bit for us. Are there any questions to any of the reports?
I do.
Alderman Guzman?
So after the budget, I put a motion in to start discussing the casino money. When is that going to come up?
So we're discussing, the mayor, chief of staff, and I discussed scheduling a committee of the whole in July to address all the issues that you guys still have brewing, and then a special. We can do it as a special committee of the whole specifically for revenue allocation. The first meeting in August.
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
And at that point, we were discussing that there'd be a very brief presentation, not the 45-slide one you got before, but a much more condensed, here's the amount of money, here are the buckets, and mayor will be putting together her recommendation, but that will just be a proposal. In the end, it's a decision of the city council.
Sounds great. Thank you.
We have a letter of credit. Did the treasurer want to speak about that letter of credit that we have?
The letter of credit has to do with the financial assurance that we couldn't provide years ago. And so we either had to pay the estimated amount left on the Yeoman Creek remediation project, or I provided a letter of credit to that amount. So the amount is $1,404,100. The annual fee has been reduced from $14,000 some to $10,531, and this is to assure that we had paid. Just to let you know, we were never late and we never defaulted on payment, but this is the requirement of the Yeoman Creek Financial Group. Any questions?
Thank you.
And I can add one comment that I'm working with the treasurer's office. The treasurer's office has inquired if we can, in next year, dispense with this requirement because we meet, when this requirement was originally put in place by the EPA, the city was in a much worse financial condition. And given that it is in a much better financial condition with regard to its bond rating, with regard to its reserves, the city likely next year will be able to meet the qualifications where it does not have to post this security, which would free up a significant amount of money to probably go back into either a reserve fund or a stabilization fund.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Annual Treasurer's Report. Okay. This is just a filing. The filings have already been done with our city clerk, the county clerk, and we send a copy to the treasurer's office, the county treasurer's office. So everything's been completed. We were just waiting on the audit. The first couple pages of audit are required in the treasurer's report to complete this. So it was completed right after the audit was presented. I didn't get it on last month's financial committee, and here we are today. And there's other than reporting and filing it with you, there is no other action needed.
All right. Thank you so much, Treasurer Schwab. Can I get a motion to adjourn at 5:34? Was it 5:35?
I so move.
5:35 p.m.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Bolton, second by Alderman Hayes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.